I tell you, Blaze Entertainment is doing their best to gradually suck me into that cool Evercade ecosystem, and the latest shot across my bow is this thing. This is the latest Super Pocket, the HyperMegaTech Super Pocket. This one is loaded with Data East titles, some of my favorites from the arcade. We're going to take a look at it right after this. This video supported in part by...
Playing VR, I tend to sweat. It gives me an edge. So King of Nerds happens to give me an edge too. Let King of Nerds give you the edge. Bye, King of Nerds.
Hey there, welcome back to GenXGrownUp. I'm John, I am a GenXGrownUp. Thank you for taking the time to click on this video. The Super Pocket devices from Blaze. Look, I know they have this Evercade ecosystem, and I've always been somewhat interested, though not a collector yet. That's kind of how I'm feeling. But these little gadgets are the best of both worlds. So they are dedicated standalone handhelds. This one, in this case, has 18 Data East arcade and console classics. Plus, it's compatible with the entire Evercade library, where you can plug a cartridge in and play those games too. So it's kind of like you get a cool handheld with a great screen and controls, plus you get an Evercade console all in one. Look, we looked at the Atari one, it was cool. We looked at some others, those are cool. I gotta expect this one's probably cool. They offered me a chance to take a look at it, and I jumped at the opportunity. Let's get to the table and check it out. Now, one thing you can definitely rely on with these Blaze Super Pockets is consistency. For better or worse, too. I mean, look, this is not the first one we've looked at. We had the Taito one. I also got the limited edition Atari one with the beautiful wood grain. And aside from coloration, everything is pretty much the same. Same screen, same layout of the buttons, the same, even the trigger buttons on the back. Everything is identical. So we kind of know what we're going to get in terms of hardware here. It really comes down to like what's changed, if anything, in the software. And more importantly, the big thing here, the reason you show up, is the 18 preloaded games, the Data East games that are loaded on here. So let's get this guy open and take a look at what, if anything, is different or unique about the hardware. All unpacked here, and once you're done, you have the unit itself, and then you have this quick start guide, which has, some FCC warnings and stuff, and then inside is pretty much just a big catalog of other Evercade cartridges that you could get. Yeah, so I'm going to consider this, this is instructions. Away they go. If you've ever had or even just had hands on one of these little Super Pockets before, then you pretty much know what to expect. As I said, they're all pretty homogeneous. But in the interest of fairness and thoroughness, let's do a quick hardware tour so you know what to expect in case this is the first one you've ever seen. Now, we don't yet have it on, but the screen up here is a 2.8-inch IPS screen. They typically look really good. We'll see when we turn it on. You can judge for yourself there. Then down below here, then you have the controls. Now, these are the same controls that you would have on any Super Pocket, regardless of the platform. Data East just happens to be the addition of this one. So you have a menu button here, ABXY, in a diamond pattern here. You have a D-pad with a raised plus, and these are actually a little bit... See, it's flattened in the middle and elevated on the edges. That's the design of these Super Pockets, which to me feels quite good. I'm pretty happy with this design. I like a raised plus on a D-pad, personally. Down below here, you have a single forward-firing speaker, a select, and a start button. On our way around to the back, we'll pause here just to show you that there is a headphone jack, and then you have a power and charging LED, as well as a USB-C in for charging. This has an internal battery, rechargeable battery, and this is the power on-off switch. Around back then, just some legal, here's a cooling vent, and then up top here are your 4 shoulder buttons. You have L1, L2, R1, R2 across the back, and they're placed pretty much where your fingertips are going to be as you grip the device. As you hold it this way, those are kind of at your fingertips in the back. You have a volume up and down rocker here, and then this is a dummy cartridge. So if you missed it so far, I just want to reiterate, this isn't just the games included. This also is compatible with Evercade cartridges. So you can take another cartridge, throw it right in there, and play all the games that are available on any Evercade platform. This is just, again, it's a blank, it's a slug in the color of the body of this guy, which, by the way, is shaded in this kind of blue and gold, which Yes, it may be the colors of the Cub Scouts, but it's also kind of a typical color scheme for Data East in that kind of metallic blue and gold that you'll see on their logo quite often. I'm going to go ahead and plug it into USB-C so it gets a full charge. You can see the charging LED there. So let's go ahead and fire it up and take a tour around the interface. Now that front firing speaker is nice and loud, so I'm going to turn it down a little bit so we're not fighting with it, but you can hear it sounds good in the background, and clear too. Now on first boot, it's going to ask you a few questions to see what kind of experience you want. Pick your language, and then you select easy mode. So there are, some games have kind of lower difficulty baked in. I want normal mode because I want the games to be the way I remember them in the arcade. And then you have a user agreement. Everybody read this all the way through. Slow your video down, watch it all the way through, and make sure that, okay, we agree, we accept, all that. And then, so you're right in the menu. Now here are the 18 games, of course, that we're going to look at all of them in a moment. Did that say Burnin Rubber? That did. It was Bump and Jump. We know it is, okay, Burnin Rubber. Yeah, I don't see it called Burnin Rubber very often. Oh, Karate Champ. We're going to play all the games and try them out, but first let's go into the menu. And I want to show you what kind of, oh, pretty, the Data East branding with BurgerTime on there. So the Data East games you can jump into. Then you can go into Evercade. This would be if you have a cartridge loaded, it would go into that cartridge. And then, of course, you have settings. So what kind of settings, for example? You configure the display, ratio, full screen, how you want it to look. We want to go with original. What about scan lines? Let's do subtle scan lines. That sounds good. Sound, we can set the volume here. Yeah, powerful. So that way you have a mix of menu and different sounds instead of just a single volume. Now the rocker still works, but this is relative within the current setting of the rocker. The language we already set, that difficulty, do you want easy or normal mode? We can read the EULA again in case we missed it, and then we have some credits to walk through. So let's give everybody, again, just like the EULA, we're going to read all these credits. Of course we did. All right, so work my way back then. When you want to go back to your games, you either jump into the Evercade, you do it from the main menu here, and then you jump into Data East, which is what we want to look at in this case. It's time to run through all of those 18 included games on this cool Super Pocket. Before I do, I'm going to take just a second to remind you of our store. Over at GenXGrownUp.com/merch, you can get all kinds of cool, nerdy designs, our logo blended with other things or original things from other artists. You can get those printed on hats and t-shirts and mugs and pins and stickers and pretty much anything you're looking for yourself or for a gift. Every dollar you spend not only gets you the thing you order, but also helps to support independent content creation like you see here on GenXGrownUp. Please keep us in mind the next time you're in the market. We certainly appreciate it. Okay, let's go play. All right, let's try out these Data East games. Now, there are 18 of them to get through, of which I think I know at least half of them, and then some I don't. And I think 17 of them were originally arcade games. One of them, oddly enough, is a Neo Geo Data East game, and Neo Geo is the other new Super Pocket they're coming out with. But let's start with B-Wings. So you tap the button, it fires up, and we're immediately in there. Now, usually we hit select for a credit. Yep. Let's turn this up and hit start. Yeah, I barely remember this one in the arcade, if ever. So I know that you could do this little dive thing. But you can't do that when you're over one of the... ooh, I got shot. You can't do that when you're over one of the canyon things there. Because you crash into it, right? There's like towers, you can tell from the top-down view. This one, interesting shooter. It wasn't one that ever caught my attention a great deal, but... you know, that's really kind of what I like about these collections, is that you get games that maybe weren't just the favorites that everybody saw. There are games that maybe you didn't get that much exposure to, and now you finally can. Claimed it! Alright, now I have the side shooter. Now I'm powered up. Now it's going a little better. Oh, lost that. Come back up. Ooh, it's getting nasty. Oh, I crashed. Yeah, let's move on. But before we do, it's how you exit where you can find even more of the options. So you can save the current state. So you have slots where you can save up to 6 slots per. So I can save that there. And if I want to reload it, I can come up from right that spot, of course. I can take a look at what the controls are. So, no question. A, B, why is the turbo fire? The begin play, all that. You can even do, now this is something that I think maybe it's not widely advertised, but you can play 2-player games on the Super Pockets now, the Evercade. The Evercade you could, right, because you have 2 controllers sometimes, but when it's a game like this that you can hand off back and forth between turns, there is a 2-player start. So you have a start down here for single player, but L1 over here on the side lets you play 2-player. So all that stuff you can find out about. It's all in here as well. You can also configure on a game-by-game basis, those same game settings we had. You can reset it entirely or quit out and try the next game, which is what we're going to do right now. Oh, bad dudes. Yeah, bad dudes. All right, so again, I want to just take a look and see what their controls are because this package does a good job. So A and B, jump and attack. Good, insert credit, start. Now this, of course, you couldn't play 2 people on here because they'd be simultaneous. So that's not present, of course. So we're going to start. You know, I think I'm going to turn the scan lines off because I think the display will show a little better on screen if I have the scan lines off. So I'm going to do that. Yeah, that shows up better for sure. Yeah, so I'm going to attack and my jump. This was a quarter suck, but I didn't mind. I know I pumped so many tokens into this in the past, and I've seen the end. I know I have. In the arcade. Because it was one of those days, you ever have those days in the arcade where you're like, I want to see everything this game has to offer, so I'm just going to spend all my tokens on this. I definitely did that with Bad Dudes. Oh, there's a Coke. Get a soda. Got it. Now again, you get to this point, remember, you can save your progress so you can pick it up from later. So if I come up here and get hit, maybe I get killed. Go ahead, kill me. I'm trying to prove a point. There's a bad guy. So let's rewind. We'll go back to where we saved it, reload that, and you pick up from there. Get him! Oops, don't fire at me. I beat this guy. Got him. I'm bad. Yeah, you are. And at that moment, I'm going to save the game. I can be bad again anytime I want. Let's move on. Oh, they use flyers, I'm noticing here. Since you don't have boxes for the arcade games, they're using flyers. That's cool. Breakthrough! A little driving game, I do believe. Yeah. See what the controls are. Jump, fire, Y for turbo. And you can do 2-player here as well. Great. Oh, there's mines. Watch out for those. Tanks. Ooh, jump. Some bad guys. Oh. Oh, ran him over. He had it coming. Jump. I remember it being a big adventure that I'm like, I wish I could spend a whole day, like, you know, getting good at this game. I'm gonna pick that up. Oh, and I crash into some rocks. And this game really shows up well on this little screen. It looks quite good. Oh, there, power up. That's what I was trying to get before when I crashed. Now I feel like I'm a little... oh, and a rapid fire. Remember, you have the Y button as a rapid fire if you want it, which is pretty cool. Breakthrough. Oh, my man, BurgerTime. We won't have to spend too much time here. We know BurgerTime. Oh, sounds great. BurgerTime control can be finicky hitting the top of those ladders properly. But so far, so good. Come on, dude. Whoa! Come on down. Come on down, hot dog. Gotcha. Uh-oh. Alright, not the best example of how to play BurgerTime, but it's on there. And by the way, not the only BurgerTime game on here, I will mention. I think we're probably getting there in a moment. Burnin Rubber. So, I always knew this as Bump and Jump, but it was, I guess in Japan it was Burnin Rubber? I guess it was originally called Burnin Rubber. I think that's right. So let's check the controls. There we go. Jump. Oh, you can also play 2-player there. Yeah. On we go. You're going to be up to speed to jump, as I recall. Yep. Try to land on them if I can. There we go. Gotta watch out for when the bridge is out up here like that. There we go, and I made the jump. Oh, you gotta love some classic arcade. You know, lately I've been playing a lot of ports of arcade games. Whoa! I missed that. But going back to the original just feels good. Got him. Alright, I'm gonna save my game right there. Move on to the next game. We got 18 to get through here. What do we got next? Chain Reaction. Now, I looked this up. This was an arcade game that I didn't know. Data East made about 180 of these. And that's it! So, if you don't recognize it, don't feel bad, because I don't either, and I would say probably most people don't recognize it. But that's not going to stop us from enjoying it. Just check the controls right quick. Grab piece and throw piece. All right. I think it's some kind of a puzzle game, maybe, so we're going to try it. So you grab a piece and throw it. Looks like it's a match 3. Yeah, it is. And the chain reaction, I assume, would be if you can get multiples to do something at the same time. Oh, I'm picking up several at a time. Let's put those down. And then throw them. Oh, yeah, look at that. So look, I pick up like all these castles and then throw them all over there. It's more than a match 3. All right. So grab those, put those up here. Oh, those don't quite link. All right, let's get that out of the way. Now, see, this is a cool puzzle game that I never had a chance to play, and now, thanks to this little guy. The music is, doesn't this sound like an ice cream truck? It does to me. Get all these knights together. There we go. You know, honestly, if this was sitting next to Tetris in the arcade, I think I would have gone for this one. It's kind of a breath of fresh air. It's something a little bit different, which I appreciate. I like it. Let's move on. Up next, Crude Buster. Now I read about this one, also arcades, and I think it might have had a variety of names, Crude Dudes maybe, or Dude Crude, or I don't know, something like that. But we're going to check it out. I think it's a brawler. New York, AD 2010. The far future. Oh no. Nuclear explosion of unknown origin. See, 20 years after... Look, there's going to be bad dudes there. Like in Bad Dudes. Oh, wow. Let's take a look at the controls. Attack, jump, and grab, throw. Oh, kind of double dragony. Okay, punch. Let's grab, throw. And nothing on that. All right. Can I pick that up? I can pick it up. Oh, I see. Yep. All right, punch these fools. Jump and kick. Oh, destroy walls. Ouch. What a day. So can I pick a guy up? Let's see. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, I do want to throw guys at other guys. How did you know? Pick it up? Really? How do you pick it? Oh, I pick up the car! Oh, that's... I've never played this one before. Oh, let go of me, let go of me. Oh, throw some guys around. I do like grabbing guys and throwing them, though. That's fun. Oh, you could pick up, like, all sorts of things. Signs? Look at this. Oh, ouch. All right, so, what was it called? Crude Dudes? Crude Buster. All right, that's a cool one. Edward Randy. What the heck? I assure you, I've never heard of this. Jump and attack. Super simple. Okay, insert a coin. We're going to start. Oh. Oh, it's like a spy thriller thing. It's like a James Bond type character riding on his boat. It's kind of Ninja Turtle-y in a way, you know? Standing on a thing. Oh, there's a guy up there I need to get to. Can I... Oh! Whoa! I can swing from that! Look, already in the first 60 seconds, this thing has given me a lot of opportunity to do stuff I wasn't expecting. Oh, now we're going down the river. Oh, stop shooting at me! I've never heard of this before. I guess it's not surprising. I mean, you know, Data East did so much. And only so many of them got super popular, like BurgerTime. So, you know, or Burnin Rubber, as it were. That's great. And the good news is, save it. I can pick it up later. All right. How are we doing? Are we halfway through yet? Now this, Gate of Doom, this was an arcade game, often called Dark Seal, and there are 2 games here. There's the sequel to it, I think, later. Whatever the sequel to it was called. It's like Dark Seal 2 or something. Let's check my controls. So attack and cast spell. Got it. Credit. In we go. Mythology. Get to pick who I want to be. Well, you got to always be a bard. If in doubt, be a bard.
May the gods guide you in your quest for safety.
All right, kind of a dungeon crawler. And look, so because it's isometric, you have to move diagonally, and I'm having no trouble moving on the diagonal. With this D-pad, it's doing a good job of it. Whoa, whoa, stop. This guy wants to fight some more. Oh, ow! Elf needs food badly. There's a bat kicking my butt? Die, bat. Alright, here we go. Yeah, this is a straight-up dungeon crawler adventure. Not a thing wrong with that. Alright, let's move along. Joe and Mac returns. Alright, now Joe and Mac is here, which I think that's the first one, and this is the second one. I don't know. I don't know my Joe and Mac trivia, but lumbering dinosaur dudes. Should be jump and attack, I would expect. Yep, and drop, yeah, to drop. Go. Yep, in we go. Knock enemies out with your club. Bag your enemies, and then you can throw them. Okay. This reminds me a little bit of... What does this remind me of? It's a little bit like Bubble Bobbly, isn't it? The way you're moving around this map, and then... It is kind of Bubble Bobbly. Oh, I can't go up there. Got it. So I'm going to go over here, I guess. Got him. Get some fruit. Yeah, and the way the bonuses move around. Yeah, the pickups. It reminds me a lot of Bubble Bobble. Nothing wrong with that, though. And get that fruit. All right, and then... Oh, good! This reminds me of a Caveman Bubble Bobble, which I'm okay with. Pick him up and then you use him as a weapon. Yep. Oh, ouch! Very cool. I'm going to save my progress and move on. Then you got the original Caveman Ninja, of course. We're going to jump in there. All right. Trying to get the pterodactyl. There we go. Get up on this dinosaur. Oh, get him. Oh, he's going to throw that rock. Ah, dinosaur. But he's a little... Oh, there's the big one. I knew he was coming. The ground is coming down to meet us. Ouch. I'm going to die before he does, aren't I? Stop getting eaten by the dinosaur. Okay, look, it's Joe and Mac. You know, it's Caveman Ninja. Oh, Karate Champ. Just a few more, I guess. Are you counting? I'm not counting. If ever this was a puzzle for you, you got low kick, front kick, back kick, round kick. You got all of them on here. And you can do a 2-player game if you want to. Yeah, because here's the 2 joysticks. So it's a combination of button and joystick. So it's left and right on the joystick, and that's how to do the combination. So this is basically the right joystick, you know what I mean? You do those up, and you should do it. Yeah, a jump. There we go. So yeah, it's just like 2 D-pads, basically. That works. It's like left joystick, right joystick, but think of it as 2 D-pads. I wondered how they were going to accomplish that. Oh, ouch. Pop. Jump. Got him. Let's beat this guy at least. Ow. Ouch. We're running out of time. Oh, they're going to judge. Oh, red won. Boo, red. All right, moving on. Karate Champ is a great one. Lock and Chase. I've never played the arcade version of Lock and Chase. And here it is. Stiffy, Smarty, Scaredy, and Silly are the names of the guys. Well, there's a lot more to this Lock and Chase than it was the home version. All right. Huh. I can put them anywhere. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, I boxed myself in. Money! But now, there we go. Get through here. Wow, the arcade version of Lock and Chase is substantially better. There's just more going on, you know? There more bonus? Oh no, he's right there. Oh no, he's coming! Box me in. Well, now I can't say I haven't played the arcade version of Lock and Chase, can I? What else we got? Oh, so Peter Pepper's Ice Cream Factory. So this was, I want to call it a little known, probably little known sequel to BurgerTime. I mean, of course, you know, there's the sequel that's on the Intellivision, but this one, interesting little game. I played it a few times, but let's take a quick look. So you are kicking things around, which is not unlike the Intellivision game, you know, where you're kicking stuff, kicking food around, and you're making ice cream, what do you call them, like ice cream cones. There we go, hit some guys with that, roll that one in, let's get up here, whoa, he's coming in fast. Similar cornering issues that I always have with BurgerTime. I'm not necessarily blaming that on the Super Pocket. I'm sure that's true of anything. Let's get up here, see if we can make an ice cream out of this. Oh, he's coming for us. Oh, and you fall too far, you die too. Let me count the ways that I can die. All right, so look, I'll put in my not impressive high score. Looks like I could have more characters, but I just need the 3. There we go. And for what it's worth, I think this actually saves high scores. If we're not sure, let's quit out and see. Previous Super Pockets absolutely did save high scores. Let's jump into this. There it is. Number 9, GXG. Yep, high score saving too. Yet another thing to like. Spinmaster. Guarantee you I don't know this one.
Spinmaster!
No. And I think... was this the arcade one? This might be the one that came out of the Neo Geo initially, I think. Which could have been in the arcade, of course. So let's see what the controls are. Fire, weapon, jump, and super attack. So kind of like a golden axe situation. All right. Oh, there you go. Yep. And jump and super attack. Got it. That's Neo Geo for sure. Looks like a brawler. Side scroller. Oh, yeah. Oh, he has a yo-yo. That's his Spinmaster. He has the... is that power up? Get it. There we go. Oh, yeah. Now I'm throwing stars. Gotta blow up this bug. Data East was good on getting their brawlers out, weren't they? Oh, knock this wall down. Oh, the destructive stuff is neat, too. Let's get down here. Isn't that cool? That looks like armor. I feel like I need to get that. I'm throwing fireballs. I like this guy. He's a big guy. Oh, I got him. So look, for one price, you're getting favorites you knew, games you probably never knew, and potentially new favorites. You never can tell. Oh, I got kicked in the head by Professor Weirdo there. Get out. Get off my plane. Get off my plane. Let's do save. There it is. All right. Out we go. How are we doing? We're almost there. Super Burger Time. In we go. Now this one plays, as I recall, almost exactly like Burger Time, but it's with this new Data East engine. So controls just should be, yep, throw pepper or use item and jump. I forgot about that. Okay, coin. In we go. Go and you can jump. That's important. Plus ladders, of course. All right, let's get up here and try to make this burger. And you got to jump on it. See, a little bit different. You have to jump on the pieces to make them... oh, Look at this. You can pound that guy down. There we go. There's a piece. That speaker is loud and clear, I tell you what. Come on, sandwich. There we go. Got that one. We did it. We made a sandwich. Just different enough and more to it. All right, I'm going to save that there. Super burger time. Nice. All right, we're almost all the way around. Tumblepop. Tumblepop. I've heard this name. I bet when I push start, I'm going to remember it. What are they, Ghostbusters? They kind of are Ghostbusters. This is another kind of bubble bobbly, isn't it? The little platforms you're on and you're picking people up. There we go. New one on me, that's for sure. There's a speed up, like Bubble Bobble, the power-ups you pick up. Stage clear. We'll do one more. I'd heard this name, and I think I've never played it before. Until now. Oh, that's Karnov. Is that Karnov? Looks like him. Jump and throw. Bonuses. Oh. Throw. Did I get him? Give me this money. Money, money, money. Stage clear. That's okay, too. New one on me. And I think we almost go the way around. Yeah, back to B-Wings. Then we have... Yeah, this is the sequel, Dark Seal 2. Remember we had Dark Seal earlier? So I'm going to guess another dungeon crawler. But now you're not going to pump quarters into it. Now... we'll go with that guy. Oh. Looks like Volov's dark work. Well, let's go defeat him in the dungeon. Yep. Whoa! Nice attack. Yeah. You know, it's a much evolved gauntlet, right? You're wandering the dungeon, collecting treasure, fighting bad guys. Diablo before Diablo. There we go. More dungeon crawling. Oh, there's treasure. Gimme. More treasure. I like it. All right. Save that. So, 18 games, plus expandability, plus very nice controls, save states, rechargeable battery, Blaze Super Pocket, man, a known commodity, and they're still doing well. I think Blaze did a really good job here, not only on delivering the same hardware we've come to expect in these Super Pockets, but also in the game selection. Selecting games that are, you know, well-known arcade favorites, as well as lesser-known arcade favorites. You got some, at least one console title in there. You have some arcade games that maybe you never saw before, certainly some that I never saw before, so you get a good cross-section. It's not just the same 5 or 6 Data East titles that you already know. And of course, again, remember that this is a console that supports all those Evercade cartridges, so you can add on to that too. When you look at all these Super Pockets, it really comes down to which one do you want the preloaded games of your flavor on there? What's your preference as sort of as preloads? Because you can then put any cartridge you want in it. So, you know, just as with all the Super Pockets before this, I'm going to award this Blaze Entertainment Data East Super Pocket 4.5 tokens out of 5. It's still a quality piece of hardware. It's still great design and game selection in it. Particularly if Data East is your cup of tea, this is a great place, entry point for the Evercade ecosystem. If you decide to pull the trigger on this one, especially if you're a Data East fan, I don't think you're going to be disappointed. Now, don't go too far because the next couple of days we have more. We're not done with Blaze. They also sent along the Neo Geo Super Pocket. Now, I'm really intrigued to see what kind of titles we have on here, so we're going to be looking at that in the next few days. When that's available, I will throw a link right up here next to some other videos you can watch right now. In the meantime, I certainly hope you found something to enjoy in this video, and I can't wait to talk to you again next time. Bye-bye.